Mr. Anil. Good evening, friends. It's after a pretty long time that we are meeting face to face again. The entire world keeps on speaking about COVID for the last 1 year. COVID, corona, pandemic, vaccine, positivity rate. These are the most common words we hear from all the corners. Pessimistic talks, disturbing pictures, frightening news all around. Uncertainty, confusion everywhere. But the most optimistic and promising fact is that we, the school, and you, the parents, stood by our students, that they didn't have to face a zero academic year in 2021. Our teachers were able to very quickly adopt to the online mode and became efficient tutors for the viewers. And children got familiarized with the new learning mode in no time. This was made possible because of the active support and motivation provided by the parent community. I would like to thank all the students and parents for their year-long wholehearted cooperation. I'm happy and proud that we now have a new team, a new and vibrant team of leadership with Mr. Jacob Zacharias in the lead role of the principal and director. Mr. Jacob is a very senior academician and administrator with over 30 years of international exposure and experience in the field of education. He's a man of unique ideas, admirable perspectives, and highly positive and jovial attitude. He is efficiently assisted by 3 vice principals. Ms. Seema Vishwanathan, with over 15 years of experience in academics. Dr. Benny Burgess, the CBSE certified student counselor and psychologist in student welfare, research and development. And Mr. Anil Kumar in curricular and co-curricular activities. We have appointed 5 HODs again for the effective functioning of the scholastic activities. Mr. Jacob and his team were holding meetings a number of times during the last 3 months, planning the best suited program for the students, and are now ready for a smart start off with confidence. And now the principal will speak to you. Thank you all. All the best.
Sir, I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Together, may we give our children roots to grow and wings to fly. This is the motto that I am keeping in front of my teachers and the parents of all the students at TVIS this year. Let me repeat it once more. Together, may we give our children roots to grow and wings to fly. Namaskaram, Salam Alaikum, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this meeting of the partners in pursuit of excellence in education. Partners in pursuit of excellence in education. The Village International School, considered as a premier education institute in the region, has got a written motto, which is aim high, together we fly, and an unwritten motto, which is we nurture dreams. To fly higher, we need to achieve excellence, and excellence is never an accident. The mantra for attaining excellence in education is motivate, innovate, and educate. To achieve excellence, all the partners in this venture have to work together. Who are the partners in educating our children? Number one, the school, that is the teachers. And number two, you, the parents of TVIS. If we can work together, I'm sure we can bring in results which we have never dreamed of. And that is why we have made a new motto: we nurture dreams at TVIS. We, being the partners, have to work together so that our children can achieve this goal of excellence which we are pursuing. Let us give our children firm roots to their culture and strong winds to soar high up above all their peers. Let me be bold enough to give you the Ashtamarga, or the 8 mantras to help your child fly higher in life. Number one, allow your child to express himself. Number two, help him recollect what has been done at school. Number three, appreciate him for the smallest good things that help him realize his potential. Number four, correct him when he is wrong. Help him to admit his mistakes. Please do not justify his mistakes. Never. Congratulate him on his achievements. Console him at his loss. Help him manage his loss and work on it to become better from where he is. I have come across many parents coming to me as an administrator, asking me for half a mark and a quarter mark, which the child doesn't deserve. Don't do that. And last of all, the most important for the growth of your child, please do not try to pass on the blame and attribute his loss to his classmates or to his teachers or to somebody else. That will never, never make your child grow. Dear partners in education, this year we have formulated new vision for the school. The vision you will see on the screen right now. Yes, the vision: to be an excellent academy of global choice, emphasizing Indian values and culture, to empower the child holistically to face the challenges of the world. I don't think we can have another vision like this. The teachers, the leaders, the management, we all sat together and came out this beautiful vision, which we hope to achieve very soon. You all know that the village is a good school, but I, as the principal, is not satisfied with this. I am not satisfied by being a good school. I want to make TVIS a great school. It should be an excellent academy of global choice because of our outlooks, where we teach the children the great Indian values and carve a well-polished individual. When our students walk out of TVIS after grade 12, he should be prepared to face the various challenges of the world. Dear partners, all this is possible only when we have a well-guided, proper mission statement. We have 2 missions. One, can I have the mission statement on the screen, please? 1, achieve excellence in education, academic excellence. And how are we planning to get it? By providing a congenial learning environment, using a judicious blend of state-of-the-art technology and world-class facilitators to take the students beyond the realms of the textbooks. And when I say world-class facilitators, I mean exactly that. This year, we have a lot of new teachers joining us from all around the country with international experience from the Middle East to Malaysia to Singapore to Europe. We have teachers coming in from different parts of the world into TVIS. And therefore, I assure you as the principal that the TVIS is going to have world-class facilitators to take the students beyond the realms of textbooks. The second mission that we have is to achieve excellence in co-curricular activities. And how do we do that? By providing opportunities to hone their social, artistic, cultural, sports, and literary skills through collaborative learning. We are tying up with many international organizations, right from Canada in the West to Japan in the East. We are tying up with international organizations. We will be providing a lot of opportunities for our children, particularly during the pandemic, to attend a lot of such programs right across the world, from all over the world. TVIS, now, before I wind up, let me give you one more assurance as the principal. TVIS is a client-friendly school. All the parents are welcome to walk into the school to meet the principal and the other administrators during the working hours. If you have a challenge coming to school during the working hours, because you will also be working in your own offices, if you have a challenge to come into the school during the working hours to meet the principal, you can meet him in the evenings with prior appointment, of course. Please give us a call and we will give you an appointment in the evening for you to meet any one of the administrators, that is the vice principals or the principal. We are available for you throughout. In other words, let me quote from Air India, we are at your service. We have started a suggestion cell with an exclusive email ID, which will be operated only by me. Send in your suggestions, your queries, and your concerns. And I assure you, I shall get back to you in 3 working days with a proper answer. That is the promise that the new leadership gives you. We shall not leave any stones unturned to make education at TVIS a pleasurable activity for your children as well as for each and every one of you partners, because I firmly believe that we are partners and we have to respect each other for that. From this year, we are happy to announce that TVIS will be starting the humanities stream also for the students of grade 11. So the streams that we will be training at TVIS are 1 in math and science, 2 in commerce, and 3 in humanities. The vice principal will be dwelling on this and explaining all the streams to you, the new streams that we are introducing. Now, may I introduce the teachers, the team that will take your children through grade 11 and grade 12. English, we have Ms. Rajashri Vishwanathan with more than 20 years of experience behind her. Ms. Rajashri Vishwanathan. In maths, we have Mr. Ramesh with more than 15 years of experience. In physics, we have Mrs. Renu Manam who has got more than 10 years of experience. For chemistry, we have Ms. Lakshmi, who has got 5 years of experience in the academic field. In biology, we have Ms. Zima, who is also the Vice Principal of Academics and has an experience, and mind it, all of them abroad for 15 years in CBSE schools. In accountancy and business studies, has he joined? Mr. Renson. Is Mr. Renson here? Yes, he's joining us from Muscat, like me. He's still in Muscat. Mr. Benson, a very senior teacher at Indian school in Muscat, and he has got, again, a vast experience all over the world, in Malaysia, Singapore, Bhutan, you name it, he has it, I think. It's like a big supermarket for him, all over the world. And he's got 15 years of experience behind him, international exposure. Economics, Ms. Ashwati. She has got 8 years of experience in educating our children. Physical education, Mrs. Jinsey Jose. Again, she has got more than 12 years of experience from all over the world. She was in Muscat, she was in Dubai, she was in many other countries also, and now she has joined TVIS to take us forward. Political science and history, Ms. Deepa Dominic, with more than 17 years of experience. Is Ms. Deepa here?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Yes, Ms. Deepa. Fantastic. So this is the team of teachers who are going to strengthen my hands in taking your children and giving your children roots and wings to fly. And trust me when I say this, I have actually calculated it. Here on the screen, you can see 138 years of experience. That is what TVIS is standing for. 138 years of experience with your students. And if you can add my experience, it is touching 175 years of experience in education. And therefore, I think your children are in safe hands. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Ms. Zima Bishwanath, the Vice Principal of Academic Matters, will address you with the academic plans. She will be followed by Dr. Benny Varghese Padwan, our Vice Principal for Students' Welfare, Research and Development, and who will take you through the presentation where he will brief you about the various career options and the plans for academics at TVIS. Before I take leave, let me pray to the Almighty to bless our students, their parents, their teachers, and their great institution TVIS with health and safety during this pandemic. Welcome once again to all of you partners to TVIS. Over to you, Ms. Zima.
Thank you, sir. A wonderful evening to all the ladies and gentlemen who are attending the webinar today. It's an introductory session for us where we get to meet each other. So to begin with, I'll be going through the academics, which we'll be mainly focusing on for the higher secondary beginners, whom we call as a grade 11. So I'll be sharing my screen with the presentation, along with which I shall be proceeding the presentation. To begin with, education is the most powerful weapon with which we can change the world. Not said by me, said by Nelson Mandela. And I thought it was apt. A weapon is not to destroy. A weapon is to lead the world to a better state. And that's what we all look for today. So at TVIS, we hope to bring about certain values, and as rightly said by our great educationist visionary, our principal, Jacob sir, the vision of the school and the mission of the school, we hold certain values and beliefs too. And our name itself stands for it. T stands for transformation. The child transforms himself and the society. He would value the traditions and the culture, not only of our country, of the world. We want our children to be innovative and creative because today's world is born on creation. And finally, they would sincerely lead this world to excellence. And I think that's more than enough what we look for in our students. For the implementation of this vision, as Sir rightly said, we need a very strong team. And obviously, it's no one other than our best team of experienced teachers. As Sir rightly pointed out, years of experience really counts. And the teachers are led by a well-experienced panel of heads of departments under a panel of 3 prominent vice principals who are often guided by, as I always quote, the most visionary educationist you would meet, Mr. Jacob. And above all, we have the most supportive and far-sighted management. So this is the team with whom your children are going to be safe and their dreams are going to turn to reality. As a beginning step to higher secondary education, grade 11 has great importance. And at TVIS, we offer the 3 prominent streams: science, commerce, and from this year, we are happy to introduce humanities. The various groups which we offer under the streams, particularly under the science stream, the groups offered are the combinations, as you can see on the slide: English, physics, chemistry, mathematics, biology. English, physics, chemistry, mathematics, computer science. English, physics, chemistry, biology, physical education. English, physics, chemistry, biology, informatics practices. And English, physics, chemistry, mathematics, economics. Moving on to the commerce stream, the groups offered are English, accountancy, economics, business studies, mathematics. English, accountancy, economics, business studies, informatics practices. English, accountancy, economics, business studies, applied mathematics. English, accountancy, economics, business studies, and physical education. Moving on to our beginning stream, humanities. The groups offered are English, economics, history, political science, physical education. English, economics, history, political science, and informatics practices. English, economics, history, political science, and business studies. Wonderful combinations for our students to choose. Talking on main to the academics, how the instructional sessions are going to be. Obviously, we all have been used to this remote way of learning for the past 1 year. COVID has taught us to have a blended mode of learning. Blended mode of learning is a more customized way of learning where we have the traditional classrooms into which we incorporate the digital media and technology, which makes studies more interesting. And we will be continuing with Zoom as a teaching platform, which is more student-friendly now, and I guess parent-friendly too. As a part of the instructional sessions, we would have experiential learning, which counts really in today's world. We need to experience or have a real life experience if we really want to learn. So experiential learning, learning by doing basically, would be incorporated. Most of the activities are going to be student-centric because they are our stars and their dreams have to turn to reality. And to enhance their further skills, we would be cooperating with general studies, work experiences, more of a vocational training, which comes under the co-curricular activities. Now, to throw more light on the activities, I would like to invite our Vice Principal for Activities, Mr. Anil Kumar. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Seema ma'am. Dear teachers, dear students and parents, as we know that activities and academics, it is not different. Both will go together. So 2 years back, we start with STEM education. And last year, we went through the STEAM education. And this year, we are moving to STREAM. STREAM means science, technology, robotics, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So this year, the students will do lots of investigatory projects, lots of assignments, lots of collaborative sessions with the help of lots of innovative tools provided by Google and many of the private software companies. We have already discussed with lots of companies, and our teachers are well trained in lots of tools in teaching as well as in the collaborative learning environment. And as you know that the grade 11 and 12 students, they are supposed to do lots of activities, and to ensure the success in their career, they are supposed to undergo lots of competitions too. So this will do in accordance with the CBSE guidelines and instructions. Ma'am, next slide, please. And as we know that the assessment, it is an integral part of learning. So without assessment, we can't go forward, especially in grade 11 and 12. So the weekly test and monthly test will be there as per the norms. And we all are familiar with some of the traditional tools that all the schools and colleges are using, like Microsoft Forms, then Google Forms, then Kahoot, Mentimeter, then quizzes, etc. But this year you will get lots of another tools, like you'll get a feeling like the school environment, and you are able to write the subjective examinations also very user friendly, and the teachers will give you the guidelines for the same. Next slide. And in order to understand the question pattern, that is the curricular activities and the competency-based education, CBSE has just released the circular regarding the examination pattern. That is competency-based questions, 20%, and short, long answer questions, 60%, that is a normal way. And objective type questions, they have introduced to 20%. So almost 40% questions based on their application level. So a rigorous training is required. So in this pandemic, we are using lots of tools for encouraging the students to competent enough for doing these type of competency based and application level questions. And objective type questions, from this year onwards, the CPSE is giving lots of importance, and we are giving lots of guidance and training for the teachers as well as the students for the better results. And we will start doing from the first day of our classes. And our teachers are undergo the training sessions by CPSE and Google, and all our teachers were certified by Google training, and lots of tools like the teaching aids and also the assessment tools, they got lots of training, and they got exposure in all the areas. So you'll get all these tools and facilities once the school reopens. Next slide, please. And moving to the resources, this is very important, because during the online sessions, you are supposed to do lots of innovative tasks, and there is no change with respect to the normal school hours. That's why in the introductory speech, I mentioned about the new normal. So this is the new normal, and the next textual exercises during the regular sessions, your teacher will guide you how to do that with the help of the innovative tools available now. And worksheets and board examination pattern-based questions also will be discussed after every chapter. And we are planning to introduce a login page in our official website, and the teachers and students will get the logins, and they can access the resource materials from the website. The process is going, and you will get it soon. And question banks will be uploaded in the website, and the practice papers and the important concepts, the chapters, the videos, the training sessions, everything will be under process. And the exemplar pattern of question papers and the preparations for various competitive examinations based on your subject will be introduced, and you will get the right resource materials and the guidelines from your teachers along with your academic pattern. Over to you, Seema, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Now, from the academic point of view, a few reminders, a few notes to our dear teachers. I'm sorry, to our dear parents. First of all, we need to have a regular rapport by a proper discussion with our wards to find out how their academics is going on. And that has to be done on a regular basis, might be on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis. Particularly when it comes to analyzing the assessment results, the parents have a role to play to make the child feel, motivate the child so that the next assessment turns to be a little better than the previous one. In case of any queries related to the academics, you may mail it to the concerned subject teacher, the HOD, the vice principal academics, or the other vice principals, or even to the principal. The email IDs of these will be intimated to you at the time of admissions. When it comes to online classes, it would be nice if you monitor the posture of the child. If it's in a classroom, the teacher advises the child for a right sitting posture, because the posture plays a very important role in the gaining of knowledge, the gaining or the transformation of information. So when the child is seated for the online classes, now you are the facilitator at home, you could help us by guiding the child to sit in a proper posture, particularly in a proper attire. You're in a classroom where the teacher normally monitors your uniform and your get-up. So at home, you could advise the child to attend the class in a decent formal attire, which suits a classroom and creates a classroom atmosphere. Another major problem is making sure that the internet facility is provided with proper bandwidth to the children. And preferably for attending the classes and exams, we would advise to use laptops and desktops, particularly when it is related to the health of the child, the vision of the child. So these would be much better because they have got a wider screen rather than attending the classes through the phone. And whenever the child faces a technical glitch, because often we have it's not a complaint, it's like we like to see the children, and that gives a more human touch. We are miles away. So we would like to see our children, the smiles, the frowns on their face, and it's eyes that speaks. So we would like the videos to be on. And when the teacher asks something, it might not be a question, it's just an interaction. We would like the children to respond by keeping the audios also on. So kindly advise your children to be more active and be interactive with the teachers, just like in a classroom. Related to school circulars and messages which have been sent from school, we would advise you to respond to it very promptly. And most of the PTMs, which are going to be organized in a more customized manner, most probably class-wise, where you get to meet the class teacher and the teachers, like you were getting it in a normal offline environment. We're trying to create it in an online environment, so do cooperate with us. Now, a small note to our little chaps who are moving on to the next phase of their life, higher secondary education. So to our little students, we have the advice. The classworks which are being given, the small notes which are given, the lecture notes which have been provided, it would be nice if you note it neatly and with great regularity in your notebook. And that helps you in learning. The information that you learn, your mind incorporates it and you put it down. And that's what is your classwork, which shows your orderly workness. Revision tests which are given, it's actually to help you. It will acclimatize you with the questions that are likely to come in the board exams. Now, class 11 is a stepping stone to class 12. So most of the time, the patterns that you get in class 11 are exactly like what you will be dealing in class 12. And another important thing, we all are learning to gain certain values, which we will hold in our life, which we will pass on to our next generations. So we expect sincerity and commitment to oneself. The child has to focus on himself. I have certain values and I will hold on to it. And that's what we all look for. So with that, coming to an end of my session, our major aim is to ensure higher education with great quality. And that is the only thing that we can do for our future generations. So in this project, we would like to join hands with the parent community, the teacher community, and the entire school, which will be looking forward to see the young chaps' dreams turn into reality. With this, I hope all of you stay safe and healthy.